Samantha, aka AngelSamui, and I am wearing the makeup that I wear for a show called Fortuna the Time-Bender versus the Schoolgirls of Doom. It's a superhero operetta written by Jason Powell, originally produced by Milwaukee Opera Theatre, and currently in production with Milwaukee Metro Voices. And this is the look that I have to apply each time for a show. And I decided to put together a little video of me applying the mask for everyone who's had questions on how do I put it on. So please enjoy this sped up version because it takes a while. See you guys soon.
As you can see, I curl my hair before I start putting on my makeup so that it can set while I'm applying my makeup, which takes quite a while. Always start with a good moisturizer, but that's no fun, so start with foundation, whatever brand that you prefer, and any correcting you need to do with concealer. Then I take a matching pale powder and I just set from the bottom half of my face down, not around the eyes, and my forehead. Otherwise it tends to pick up anything else that I apply as I'm putting the mask portion on. And the brushes that I use for the face painting are Ben Nye FB7 brushes. It's my favorite brush. It goes on really smooth. It's an excellent width for this project. And the red paint I am using is a Graftoban palette, and I only use the blood red color in there, and it's from its makeup wheel called Vampire number 88875. So here I am just applying the eye mask shape, and this part always takes forever because you're just going to keep looking into your mirror and try to get the shape that you really want, and you're always going to be touching it up over and over again. Keeping it balanced on each side also can be a little tricky. I often get questions about how I do the fade towards the bottom of the mask, and it's really just my brush starting to lose the amount of paint that it begins with towards the top of the mask. So it's just a natural gradient that you start to get, and eventually it even starts to pick up a little of your foundation further down, which helps with the gradient. I also use the very technical tool of my finger to help blend. And you'll see that as I continue on. You can tell how serious I'm getting right now and how frustrated because of how close I'm getting to the mirror that I have in front of me. Now the Fortuna face mask, superhero mask idea came when we first were staging the musical and we tried an actual mask, an actual material mask, and it just reduced my vision on stage far too much and I almost fell right on my face, and we decided can't do a real mask. I need to be able to see where my feet are going. So inspiration for this mask came from Blade Runner when Pris uses an airbrush to paint over her eyes, and then I just kept playing from there until it really felt like a superhero. Next I add a gold line above the blood red, and this one's from Kryolan's Cream Color Metallic Wheel. It's number 1313. And if you are looking for a color wheel with amazing metallics in it, I highly recommend this one. I've also used it to paint someone's face silver for a Tin Man costume. So I have a second Ben Nye FB7 size brush. I've tried different sized brushes, but I find that this one just gives a really crisp edge. And again, I'm happy with the width. I apologize that I keep disappearing off screen. I am putting my face super duper close to the mirror. This paint is a little more tricky than the red because the metallic really just, it has a slightly different consistency. It wants to clump, and if you apply it really thickly, it gets this gorgeous metallic sheen to it, but it also wants to leave little clumps right along the edge that you want a nice clean line for. And I paint this right over my eyebrows. I could probably sometime in the future try to glue down my eyebrows, but I haven't found this necessary. It goes right along with my natural eyebrow line, so any emotion that I'm portraying on stage, the mask moves with me, and it's kind of great. While I was still figuring out the final look for this mask, my director for the first stage production loved the gold, but then said, how about we get one more red line above it so that it really pops? And she was absolutely right. And the first few times that top red line started out really pencil thin, which I then just found really frustrating to apply, to get it super thin, and it didn't really give that much of an impact on stage when it was that thin. So back to the size of the Ben Nye FB7 brush. And now I'm using a Ben Nye colorless natural, neutral, I apologize, set. This is just to help me really set the remainder of the foundation and give me a nice powder barrier for when I start applying glitter. And I was cleaning up my waterline with just a Q-tip or cotton swab, and I was applying NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in number 604 Milk, which I am absolutely in love with for theater looks. It really opens up the eyes. And here we go, glitter. Ben Nye. This is Aqua Glitter. So it comes already in a fluid. And this is number 712 Red. And what's perfect is that the brush in the little red glitter paints almost the perfect width of that top red line. But what can be tricky about this is that if there's too much of the fluid while you're brushing it on, it will drip. Also, you see me continuing to shake the bottle because I want a really intense amount of glitter on the brush to get the look I want. Otherwise, sometimes the glitter sets at the bottom of the bottle and you don't even get it when you're applying it. Here I am cleaning up a little drip. Now, I used to apply more of the liquid glitter than on the larger portion of the mask, but it actually gets really crunchy after a while. And I was lucky enough while in the theatrical makeup store to just find Ben Nye Sparklers glitter in Fire Red. And this is a loose, fine cosmetic glitter. And I'm applying it with a large brush. It's actually a brush from Ulta. It's a foundation brush, but it has just the right shape. And I am almost setting the red makeup with this glitter. And it really actually helps under my eye to make sure I really set it with the glitter, because cream makeup in such bright colors is going to crease, and the glitter just draws all the attention away from that. Touching up the gold again. A big sigh because this all took forever. Eyeliner! I've tried several different eyeliner techniques over the glitter and cream makeup. I've previously used part of the vampire makeup wheel and painted that on with a small brush, but it doesn't really dry, so it will continue to come off on anything that happens to even lightly brush against it. So actual eyeliners, liquid, and crayon seem to work very well. I line with a cat eye both on the top and underneath my bottom lashes, because this mask already takes up a lot of attention, but you want to make sure your eyes do pop. You can see me combating with the cream makeup and the glitter that's there. Oh, my hands! You always have to keep cleaning the glitter off your hands. A little mascara. Trying to clean up some of the glitter that fell on my cheeks. Touch-ups. And I'm lining my lips for the red lipstick. And of course, because I'm videotaping it, I am too nervous to do it very cleanly. Eyelashes time. And this production, I decided to really up my game and use a pair of double lashes. So they're super thick. They have 2 lines of lashes on them, and they're number 203s. And I'm absolutely in love with them. I also have fallen in love with Duo Brush-On Adhesive for eyelashes. Always have to keep your hands clean. So much glitter everywhere. And because I was touching near my eyes, some of the glitter came off, and reapply that glitter. And now the curlers come out. I love Caruso's steam rollers. I highly recommend them, and I'm always telling my other theater friends about how much I love my Caruso rollers. And now the teasing. Fortuna has to have really big hair to match her really big makeup and her very bright superhero suit. I remember my first director said, "I just want it to look like she has a giant lion's mane of hair." And I use both a teasing comb as well as a teasing brush. And as you can tell, there's already a ton of hairspray in my hair from setting. I would spray each section of hair before placing it in the roller. And you can see me looking off to the side because I have an episode of Rick and Morty playing to keep me company. Just trying to give the hair volume and break the curls a little bit from their Shirley Temple-ness. And I love putting this tiny pretend victory roll on the side to combat the huge poof. And there you have it. You are ready to be a superhero. Or at least Fortuna, who can bend time to her will. And now the fun part comes. Driving to the theater with this makeup already applied.
Jean Grey.